Right, good morning. Well, I want to talk to you about something which has been really on my mind for the last week or so, really. And what it is thinking about the words we use. And we all use words, lots of words, all the time. And our words are either going to do us good. So in Fur, we've been talking about being positive and saying the positive things. Or our words can do ourselves harm. But then also, our words are incredibly powerful and they can do so much good to other people. On the flip side, they can do an awful lot of harm. And they can be sharper than a sword and do damage. And there used to be an old phrase which said, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." And it really wasn't true. Because, bruises go, but sometimes our words stay and they can carry on hurting longer than perhaps is good. So that's what I want to talk about. And Jesus said that once. He said, out of our heart, out of what's inside us, our mouth speaks. And so what we say and how we talk tells us a lot about ourselves. So I want to sort of think about that and think about how can you make somebody else feel good with your words? What could you do? What could you say that will make somebody else happy? And you might just want to pause the video and have a think about that for a moment. Okay, so you may have decided you could encourage them. You could say, well, they've done something really well. You could be positive about their effort. You could say they look nice, or it's nice being with them. We could use lots of words that would make people feel loved and accepted and valued. Or we can do the opposite. And it's quite simple and quite easy to hurt people. It takes more skill to build and to make somebody feel good than it is to harm them. So watch this little sketch with my wife, who is a lovely person, but at this little part of the video she's playing not a nice person. Hey, come and look at my tower. What do you think?
What, you mean this?
Yeah, that one. My tower.
It's rubbish.
What do you mean? Oh. Okay, I'm assuming you've you watched that little clip of my amazing tower, and you've perhaps thought about it. How long did it take me to build it? Quite a while. To build it quite carefully and thoughtfully. How long did it take the person who knocked it down to knock it down? Not very long. And what skill did they need? Not a lot. So what I want you to do now is just pause the video and think, what made her knock it down? Why did she do that? Have a think about it and perhaps have a little talk in your class about that. Okay, well, I hope you came up with some ideas. Some of mine were things like perhaps she could have been jealous that she wished she could make one like it. Perhaps she was a bit cross that I'd made a tower and I perhaps should have been doing something else, like tidying up or doing a job or getting on with schoolwork. I wonder what you came up with of reasons why someone would knock it down. Just to be a bit hurtful and a bit unkind. And that's what we can do with our words when we're not careful. So we have some posters around Fur, and I think there's still a few up in Oak. And it's like a checklist to see what we're about to say. Does it pass the test? And it's the word think. So the fancy name for this is an acronym where each letter stands for something. So I know them off by heart now. So the T is, what I'm about to say, is it true? Now someone could have produced some work that's not very good, and it might be true that it's not very good. So you think, oh, okay, then I can say it because it's true. Ah. But then the next letter in think is H. Is it helpful? Will it help them? Will it motivate them to try again or have another go? And then I, is it inspiring? Does it make them feel good? And does it motivate them to go, yeah, I can do this. I'm going to have another go. I'm going to try again. Does it inspire them? And then the next letter, N, is for necessary. What am I going to say to them? Is it necessary? Might not be. And then the last one, it's got to pass the test of K. Is it kind? And we all have a basic feeling of what kind looks like and what kind feels like. We know when people are being kind to us, and we know when they're being not kind, nasty to us. And so that's a really good thing. If you practice that the things that you're going to say, taste those words first. Do they feel good? They taste good? Okay, then you might be able to say them because they might be true, helpful, inspiring, necessary, and then they need to be kind. So I hope that we'll all practice being careful with our words and show that our heart, when it's speaking out, is coming out good stuff. That will do people good. Thank you for listening.